for many, and there's these emails that are doing the rounds at the moment. I've been sent them by lots of people who are actually genuinely worried about the content of what it's suggesting, and worried what to do. So it's called sextortion. It's basically a type of blackmail, plain and simple, where an email will go out, hackers claiming to have access illegally to someone's webcam, so from their phone or their tablet or their computer. And they're suggesting that they have been viewing typically adult material, and the photos are showing them in compromising situations. Now, there are occasions, and it is very, very rare, I want to stress, that people's webcams in the past have been hacked by criminals, and they've had access to the camera, but it is incredibly rare and difficult to do. Now, I've had this conversation recently with some of the top cyber experts in the world about this, and they have all confirmed the same thing, that if you get an email suggesting that your webcam has been hacked via clicking on a suspicious or malicious link and installing something called spyware on your device, 99.9% of the times it is just a fake, it is a hoax, it is trying to get you worried and trying to get you to pay some money to stop it and make it go away. So I don't want people to panic, although it can on occasions happen. It is incredibly rare.
We are talking about a specific email though. You've got one of these emails. Let's have a little look at it in detail, because there are things that we can look out for to prove it's not genuine.
There are, and I'm glad we've got an example, and this is a typical example that is like, as I say, doing the rounds at the moment. Now, they may have some personal information on these emails, and they're typically obtained by what's known as a data leak. So imagine you've gone online shopping, you've bought something on there, and that company has been illegally targeted by hackers, and all their client list has been extracted and then shared amongst other hackers. So they could have your email address, they could have your name, your actual address, and in rare occasions they could have further details such as banking information. Now, any of that information will make it feel a little bit more authentic. The more they've got, the more likely you are to believe it's real. The example that we've got on the screen, though, let's have a look now, because there are, as you say, Helen, some clues that we can unpick to prove that it is actually fake. Now, the first headline grabbing line they've got there is they will typically say something like, "Hey, pervert," or something like that. It's to grab your attention and to know what they want. They mention something further down called Pegasus. Now, Pegasus is a legitimate piece of software. It's associated and affiliated with government agencies around the globe. It is real, but it's a multi-million-pound piece of software. It's very rarely used. It's not for private individuals to use. It's typically used for high-level criminality, things like terrorism cases around the globe. It's not for an individual to have access to. Now, also on the wording there, it says you are not quite choosy in what links to click. I mean, the wording itself just does not flow. It's suggesting that someone's clicked on links and they've got themselves into trouble. Also says it's going to be like a tsunami. So these great big, powerful, scary words it's using as to what's going to happen as a result of this action. And it says I'm some kind of God who sees everything, to install that panic, to make people think someone is watching over me, some terrible things are going to happen if I don't take action. And the action they want, in this case, right at the bottom, we can see they want you to click on a link and pay a huge amount of money, $1,350 in this case, via cryptocurrency, which we know is very difficult for the law enforcement agencies to track and reclaim. They want you to pay this money unless, and if you don't pay the money, they're gonna send these apparent photos or videos to everyone in your contacts list. So it's a scary looking email, but I want to stress that 99.9% of these are just fakes. They just want people to be scared. They want people to be intimidated. They want people to part with their cash. And that is the opposite of what I want anyone to do.
Yeah, but also it's really odd. Some of the language is really strange in it as well. As you say, Rav, it is scary. So I guess your immediate reaction sometimes is to panic when you get an email like this, which is exactly what the scammers probably what they want you to do.
Yes, because when people panic, that's when they take action. They want people to think, oh my goodness, I need to take action. I need to pay this money. I need to stop this right now. But that's the opposite of what you want, what I want you to do. When you get any sort of scam email or scam phone call, like Angelica was just talking about there, just take a moment and think, stop, could this be a scam? It's all you need to do. And it's just sometimes those precious few seconds can be the difference between you parting with a massive amount of money or realizing it is a scam and taking the action that I want you to take. So there are some things that we can do here. Reporting these emails is so important. Every email provider, whether it's Gmail, Microsoft, Outlook, or iCloud, this one's a Gmail example we can see on screen, will have a function there. We just see top right, you can report something as spam. Now, if you report it, the email provider itself can take action. The more people that report, the more action can be taken. They can take this email out of circulation and flag it as spam to everyone else that may receive it. And typically these will be sent out in bulk to hundreds, if not thousands of people at once, so they can take it out of circulation. So it's really important, if you do get something like this, to actually report it as spam, because that can make the difference between someone receiving it, realizing it's spam, or parting with a huge amount of cash.
How would you protect yourself in the first place, though? Because presumably there are things you can do to, protect your webcam privacy.
There are, and as I say, this is highly unlikely to ever happen. But for peace of mind, there are certainly things that you can do. So you can get these little things here. I've got one with me. I'm going to show you now. It's quite small, but can you see this little plastic device there? That there is called a webcam slider. You can buy them online for a pack of them for between £3 and £4. A little piece of plastic. It goes over your camera. I'm just going to show you now. I've actually got one on the device I'm talking to you on. I can literally slide it across the camera.
Oh, that's
there
better.
We go.
Oh.
Yeah, I've ordered you a pack of 100. I'm going to stick them in because I don't have to see it. They're really simple. You can put it on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer. For peace of mind, you can get those really easy. Or, you know what, a little piece of tape, even again, for that peace of mind. You can stick one on the iPad, the little tablet you've got there, put a piece of tape over it. The camera cannot be accessed unless you remove it. So if you want to use it to make a video call to your friends, you can just take that off and use it then. So there's things you can do there, nice and easy. Also, the same advice that we have stressed many times. You get a link out of the blue and it's asking you to take action and click on it straight away. Just stop, take a moment and think, is this for me? I would advise against clicking on any links that's come out of an unsolicited email whatsoever, because it could be trouble if you do so. So don't do that. And also running an antivirus scan on your device, just to make sure there isn't anything on there that shouldn't be. It will be something that's built into all your devices. You can do that, whoever you use, whatever device you use, running that in the background, just running that to clean up, make sure there's nothing on your device that shouldn't be there. Nice and quick and simple, just to make sure that there's nothing that could be a little bit malicious on your device.
And if you've got questions,